recording you? Do you
Yep.
have good? Ready to go?
Ready when you guys are. Go for it, girl.
I'll be ready.
Aaron Michael McGrath, Olivia Hope Hodgson, Heath Conrad Wolf, Christine Clifford Wolf, Parker Russell Bowles, Aspen Rose Reynolds, Kenzie Adjoa Payne. These 7 people have loved me in my life. This is how I know. When I was 18 years old, I tried to kill myself. I know that's really dark, but for me it was. When I look back at this time in my life, I see darkness. See, at this point in time, I had just barely switched high schools, and none of my friends had come with me. I was the kid at school that would sit on the auditorium steps during lunch and eat by herself. The kind of kid where the teacher would say, "You're supposed to go up to this person and say, hey, let's be friends." But no one did. I had also recently been diagnosed with severe depression and moderate anxiety, and I didn't know how to cope. One day I was getting ready for work, I was home alone, and I had a panic attack. It was then that I decided I was going to take my life. 15 minutes later, Aaron Michael McGrath showed up at my door and stopped me. And 5 minutes later, Olivia Hope Hodgson held me while I cried. A few weeks later, when I told my parents I wanted to start therapy, Keith and Christine supported me, helped me to find a therapist, and followed up with every appointment so that they knew I was getting better. When I was 19 years old, I made new friends at Utah State University in the percussion performance program, including Parker Russell Bowles. A few months later, I found myself walking down the hallway, knocking on my professor's door, watching it open, and handing over my pocket knife, which I had used to cut my wrists and arms a year before. Parker took my knife that day to save my life, and after our first kiss, he became it. 5 months later, I was spending the day with Aspen Rose Reynolds. When I heard her say the words, "Mom, you need to come pick me up now," Parker broke up with Maddie. This was the end of my first relationship, the first person who I'd ever said I love you to. It was a short week after I had surgery on my wrist and I wasn't able to play the music that I loved. Again, I didn't know how to cope. Aspen Rose Reynolds spent the day with me when my world was falling apart. When I was 20 years old, Kenzie Adjoa Payne told me that it's okay to be depressed and anxious and scared. It was her room that I went to when I was feeling alone. It was our kitchen I went to when I knew I needed support. And it is my life that has been changed for the better. 7 people have loved me in my life. This is how I know. They've held me while I've cried. They've saved my life many, many times. They have come to me and helped me walk every step of every journey, even the steps backwards. And they've helped me to focus on my future rather than dwelling on my past. 7 people have loved me in my life. 7 people have saved my life. And because of these 7 people, I am here today.